Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of The Points of Articulation. My name's Dave and if you're new to the channel, welcome. Today we have another unboxing video for the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron Series 3 Anakin Skywalker's Jedi Starfighter, released in 2023. Now just by looking at this piece, I can tell it's probably a repaint of the Obi-Wan Kenobi Jedi Starfighter that we had a couple years ago, but that was a cool looking piece, and this one also looks very striking. I love the yellow and the gray color scheme and the tinted canopy, or cockpit window if you will. So we have a lot to cover and I want to get right to it. We're going to take a look at the box, open it up, look at the figures, take a quick look at the ship, and then we'll be done. So let's get started. Okay, it's time to open this up. So last time I opened one up from the top and ruined the art. It might be inevitable, but let's try and... okay, I already ripped it. I can't help it, you know. It is glued on, so it's inevitable that I'm gonna... yeah, well, I tried again. But let's take a quick look at what art does still exist. And looks pretty awesome. Like some sort of asteroid belt. Tons of vulture droids, and then we have Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter, or a generic Jedi Starfighter, you know, with that classic maroon and creamy tan. Pretty dope. Okay, for the inside of the box, this is what it looks like. So let's take this tray out, and here we have our Hyperspace Ring that we must assemble. Pretty cool. It's like a kit. Okay, this could go in the trash. Okay, let me get this together. Okay. One side does have a peg on it. I guess, yeah, it does. You can see it like right here, has like a little notch. So that way you know where to stick it. Okay, and here we go. Hyperspace Ring completed. Looking nice. Love the paint on here. Very clean for the most part. Cool. Okay, going back to the box. Take out this section. What do we got down here? More artwork, and this looks dope. Look at that. Fantastic stuff. Okay, put that to the side. Next, we'll look at the little figures. We have Anakin and R2. Anakin already fell out. So Anakin looking pretty snazzy there. I think the paint looks great. Let's have a closer look. Looking at Anakin, he stands about 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters tall. It comes in at 0.47 grams or 0.01 ounces. Now I really love the paint scheme here. He features about 8 different colors, featuring dark blue, maroon, light gray, brown, silver, black, dark brown, and a skin tone. You can see his arms are able to go all the way around, and like other minifigures, he does bend at the waist, which is pretty nice. I love the lightsaber too. Nice figure. And next we have R2, which does look pretty good. Let's have a closer look with this one. For R2-D2, he stands at 0.6 inches or 1.6 centimeters tall. For his weight, he comes in at 0.74 grams or 0.02 ounces. Now for the paint, it's a little off here and there. I won't say it's perfect. I do like the circle at the top. We have white, blue, and silver. All in all, a pretty nice minifigure, and of course we have our peg port on the bottom, so he could fit in different ships. Well done. Alright, now that the figures are done, we can look at the main ship. So, these are always held in like little pieces of plastic. Well, that was easy. Put this in the trash. And then we have our ship. Very light. Looks pretty cool. Underneath, we have landing gear, which looks pretty nice. For the landing gear on here, without getting into too much detail, they do open up. Two in the back, which are very detailed, looking dope. And then in the front, we have one that's a little difficult for me to get out. There we go. Not as detailed as the two in the aft, but it works nonetheless. You know what? I know I wasn't supposed to do size comparisons or anything like that. However, here we have Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter. And, yeah, it's the same exact mold. Which I'm not, angry or anything. It's all the same ships, just with different paint schemes. So I dig it. I think it looks great. I do think that the paint on Obi-Wan's is a little better. Because we got the silver, the green, and this one's just yellow and gray and black and white for the most part. But, looks pretty cool nonetheless. What do you guys think? Now, to put Anakin Skywalker into the Starfighter, you can see on the canopy, this side is a little lifted. You take your nail, open it up. You see the beautiful cockpit there. Take Anakin, just drop him in, like so. And just like that, you're good to go. For R2-D2, there is a slot in the front. Take our droid or any R2 unit, press him in, and just like that, fits nicely. To remove, there is a button on the bottom. Just press, it pops out. You can remove him, and that's how easy it is. Now, to attach the Starfighter to the landing gear, you can see on the Hyperspace Ring, there is a little groove here, and then we have a peg on the bottom. So if you look at the bottom of the Starfighter, you can see the peg is right here. Now, my Starfighter, you can see that there's a little color difference in this thin piece of plastic. And you can sort of see my finger in back of it. It's very thin. Like very thin plastic, as you can see. So, I'm going to be very careful with assembling this. I don't know if yours is the same way. But, with stuff like this, with plastic, you always got to be careful anyway. So, take your ship. You're going to line it up. And what I like to do is I push it, and it sort of like glides in by itself. And you can see it's not moving. The peg is in place. Everything looks pretty neat. And looks pretty dope. I love how these connect. Very firm, but not too hard to warp or bend or scratch the plastic, which is nice. And now looking at the Starfighter, for its size, we have a length of 14.5 centimeters or 5.7 inches. For the weight, the ring weighs 39.54 grams and the ship weighs 21.13 grams for a total of 60.67 grams or 2.14 ounces. For the color scheme, we have about 7 different colors, including blue, yellow, gray, a light brown wash, metallic gray, black, and finally white. All in all, this is a great looking vessel. I wish it had a little more paint here and there, but for the most part, pretty cool. And that does it today for the unboxing of the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron Series 3 Anakin Skywalker's Jedi Starfighter, released in 2023. Wow, what a mouthful. Today I had a lot of fun. It was a nice, great video where I could just relax, opening this up in front of you guys struggle building it, but the ship itself I think is really cool. Now last week I reviewed the A-Wing, which was also part of, I believe, Series 4 of the Micro Galaxy Squadron. And because these videos are quick and fun, I didn't go in depth like I normally do with my close-ups and, give some history. And I never talked about how it was the Resistance A-Wing and not the one that was seen in Return of the Jedi. I thought I would withhold that information until I do my in-depth review. But you guys are champs. Everybody just started blowing up the comments about it. And I loved it. I really did. And yes, I did know about it, but I was withholding that information until I do an in-depth review, knowing that all you guys are, sharp as a razor from now on. If I do see something like that, I will say something. Like that slogan in New York. See something, say something. Anyway, just having some fun here. Today, with Anakin Skywalker's Jedi Starfighter, I had a blast opening this up, assembling it, and just exploring it with you guys together. This piece was pretty cool. I love that it comes with the Hyperspace Ring. We get R2, we get Anakin in the Clone Wars attire, looking sharp. The paint, I think it could be a little better here and there. I'm not going to get too deep into it, but for what it is, I think it looks great, and I love the orange tint or reddish tint of the canopy on the Starfighter, looking very cool. Now, real quick, we'll see how many people actually watch my whole videos. I have 2 questions. 1, do you think that the Hyperspace Ring that comes with these fighters is in scale? Do you think it should be bigger or smaller? Let me know in the comments below. And also, next week's video, should I do the TIE Bomber or the Vulture Droid? Let me know, and then I'll pick one, and hopefully, if I'm not right on the paper, I will get on that ASAP. Thank you everybody for watching. I greatly appreciate all of you taking time out of your hectic schedules to watch my content. I hope I was able to entertain you and offer a little bit of escapism in this hectic world we live in at the moment. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye everybody! I'm not done yet. So many people have been writing comments on various different videos about what are the stands I'm using. And I was going to make a separate video, but time is limited. So I'm going to throw this in real quick, and hopefully down the line, I will make a video all about stands that I use for the channel and my different pieces. So the one I use for all of my reviews is this one stand. I only have one. They only had one in stock when I bought it. This is called the Flight Pose Stand, and I'll put a link to this in the description below. I don't get anything out of it. I'm just trying to help the community out here. So this is acrylic plastic with 3 screws that you can tighten or loosen that tighten these 3 movable arms right here. And on top of those arms, we have like a non-stick rubber, which mine has sort of turned a little yellow since, I don't know, I think I had this like 3 or 4 years, and it's still tight and good, which is great. It's very high quality material for acrylic plastic, and as long as you take care of it and clean it, it won't get scratched or anything. Like, this looks almost new. I love it. And this will hold up Micro Galaxy Squadron vessels and other collectibles as well. This has been holding up titaniums, Hot Wheels vessels, and even something as large as the Kenner Shadows of the Empire line's Outrider. And that's pretty big. Now for weight, one of the heaviest die-cast vehicles I have is the original Galoob Enterprise D. And yeah, it's gonna take a little finagling to get it up there. But you can see it holds it pretty well. And you can hit like it ain't going nowhere, which is pretty darn good. So that's the Flight Pose stand, which is I love that stand so much. But for the Micro Galaxy Squadron vehicles, I have sent a handful to Display Stands Direct, and I'll put a link to their channel below. Again, I get nothing out of it. I just really wanted stands, and I told the guy, can I send you vehicles? and you can make stands and I'll talk about them on my channel. And he said, sure. So I sent them a handful of vessels. So, you know, little by little, I'm going to do a video all about these stands. But these are amazing. So each stand, depending on the size of the ship, has a base, the logo. So here we have the Jedi symbol, which is great. And then the arms, or pylons, are shaped to hold the actual ship. And what I love about these is there's no logo on them that says what they are. So technically, you could have 5 different Jedi Starfighters, and they could all fit on here because it's like a unified general symbol, which is amazing. So today's the first day I was talking about these, and I even put a link in my community tab about it. But I am very, very impressed. This is acrylic, so as long as you take care of it, it should last basically forever. So pretty nice, and these ships look great on them. Like here I have Anakin's, which I just reviewed. Now, it could fit with and without the Hyperspace Ring. So if I remove this, and I grab Obi-Wan's right here, yeah, bada bing, bada boom. Well, it's a little cockeyed because of the back. There we go. But fantastic. I think they look great, and I have a bunch of these. So one day when I have more free time, when I'm not doing unboxings, I'm going to sit here and just show off the different stands I had made, and then contact the guy, see if I could get more made, and then I'll buy some to go with the other vessels. Because technically I only have one, and now I have, I think, 3 or 4 different starfighters like this at this moment. So yeah, just a quick little update on the stands. Hopefully you guys got some sort of knowledge out of it. Again, I'll put the links below. I do have to say, I get nothing out of it. I'm just a big fan of acrylic stands, and especially the flight pose. And I want to help you guys out. I know you've been asking me, and I've been sharing information here and there. But these are well worth it, and high quality stuff. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.